Hey, I hope everybody's doing well out there. The sound and the fury. I had a lot of sound and fury in my rant video the other day. Only a couple people saw it. It's probably for the best. Dan tells me that this one here will add to where I'm at. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but let's find out. The sound and the fury, the first rule, official lyric video by request.
The universe gives us life, and we choose to watch it burn. The universe gives us time, then we want another turn. We've all evolved in our minds, no one seems a bit concerned. I am a bit concerned. Some people think when we die, we move through an endless light. The living pray to their gods, then move through an endless light. If you were worried before, you got a whole other war that lives in parts of your brain that you can never explain. This ain't hell, it's your home. This ain't hell, it's your home. This ain't hell, it's your home.
Oh, it's somewhere on the channel. One of the best songs I ever wrote was called Hell, and it was about, living in a box that the very existence you took for granted is hell on earth. Which I technically, outside of, let's say, deities and belief systems, I do believe that yeah, we're at a low point in society. But it's, hey, you call it home.
It's your home. We know to what we're told, everybody falls in line. Meanwhile, your mind is no longer asked the question why. If you can't hop on the train of life being explained the way they want it explained, then you get pushed off the train.
Wow, that is appropriate right there. Yeah, here's one of my problems. It seems there's a huge us versus them dynamic everywhere. And it doesn't matter what side you're on, you think that's true. I found myself criticizing some stuff last night. As I woke up this morning and watched other people making the same criticisms, I realized that I had been brainwashed. That this supposed perceived idea of what a good person is had been instilled by my family. They were very guilty of keeping up with the Joneses or being the Joneses. And even though my peers, associations, and friends are with what I would call real human beings with problems, issues, ups, downs, lefts, rights, tattoos, piercings, and other things, I found myself going, oh, as a representative of an entire group, you shouldn't do that. But then I'm like, wait a second, that's the members of the group. And it was like, why do so many bad ideas get instilled in us? Because we do what we're told. Now, I would argue not everybody falls in line. But, yeah, watching my dad and his appeal to authority, realizing that I've had some of that instilled in me. It's grayer than my father's cut and dry version, but it's still there. And thinking about that and listening to what I rant about on a regular occasion, breaking free from the programming has got to be one of the core actions I undertake. We know to what we're told, everybody falls in line. will tie it into current events right here. Because they're dealing with the one slope was too slanted for safety, but the other one, both pictures exist, slanted more and was fine. And then I'm supposed to just eat this up like, hey, we tell you this is the answer, so it's true. So, is it really Orwellian? The final edict? Do not believe anything your eyes see or your ears hear? That the entire thing is only what the narrative says it is? Because I got a building number 7 on 9/11 that would argue that whole point with you. Yeah, hey, the way they want it explained is ignore physics. Ignore resistance. For those 2 seconds or whatever, gravity didn't exist. It's okay. The government says physics stopped working for a moment. Do not question it. We must be right. We take your taxes and enforce our laws through the barrel of a gun. We must be right.
While your mind is no longer asked the question why, if you can't hop on the train of life being explained the way they want it explained, then you get pushed off the train. This ain't hell, it's your home. This ain't hell, it's your home. This ain't hell, it's your home.
Yeah, and on top of everything else, I cleared house on my feed today because I admit there was two or three follows that were borderline. I liked just like that shit with Destiny. Don't cancel or ban them. Let people know what they're all about. Make an informed decision. I could just tune out. I don't ever have to watch that programming. That's what happened with my feed. I was like, well, those positions are... I can see why some people consider them problematic. I think it's all right. You can have those positions. They weren't hateful. They were narrow-minded. There's a huge difference. And I cleared a little house. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather be a little more open-minded. And I use, the channel as my example. I certainly can't condemn the good people and wonderful human beings all over the world because they believe in something a little different than me. If their core values are rooted in some sort of moral base and they're doing no harm, wow, the bells and trinkets of their cultural belief systems are irrelevant. My goodness, I find that so ridiculous. Well, you don't think exactly the way I think. Wow. Hey, this is appropriate. You don't think the way I think, so you're of no value. I don't see that. Run. Do you see that in the mirror when you look in there? Or did you know you were going to lead the way? Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do that, but I know I have some sort of value, and it's not based on... It's certainly not based on what someone else thinks. It's based on that ability to critically think and not turn that off.
Shots fired. You broke the first rule. Shots fired.
I am as guilty as everybody else. I certainly made my I let the rhetoric write itself. Plenty of bullseye shots fired, missing the mark comments. Never in context to any of the individuals, of course. It's that fine line playing with the language versus amplifying poor ideas. And I actually saw old Alex Jones take the high road and tell people, do not apply the crooked settlement that was laid down on me. Alex Jones saying this. Do not apply that to these other people. You do not want to damage free speech because you're upset. You want to use it to measure the value of the speaker is what I think you need to do. And I actually thought that was bold. What a great position to take. Because he could have easily doubled down. He could have easily and didn't. So every now and then when the shots are fired, you just got to stand up and tell them to fight, fight, fight. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to weather the attacks and take the high road like Alex Jones did. Or how the other side, the left extremists, are not taking it. A good example of how to not weather a moment is, Tenacious D's member. Pretty much, you're living your best life, and you think that's a platform to say crazy shit. The whole thing is a shit show, though.
Shots fired. You thought to think out loud.
I'm reading this, reflect on wisdom and existential themes. I can't read that part. Contemplate. Wisdom equals, wisdom is found in chaos. Another stage. Every breakdown leads to another stage of awakening. Memento mori. Remember memento mori. We all must die. Yes, the fact that it doesn't go on forever, that you are given a short amount of time to either, create or consume. And maybe forming a band called The Sound and Fury and putting your ideas in the form of music was a good way to create. So, nothing but respect, as always. Dan nailed it again, though. He was right on this. Definitely lyrical content right in there. And we're keeping it, I haven't turned tomato red and screamed once. Because the ridiculous nature of the current event is playing out for everybody. There's no denying there's some interesting questions, which, upon answering, could lead to the awakening of some individuals. Ha! How many times can you be lied to before you realize you're lied to? I gave up that a long time ago. I could be wrong, and there could be really gray areas everywhere. But I certainly know it's closer to reality than the mainstream narrative ever is. I'm stupid, need to shut up and pay my taxes just isn't enough reason to shut up and just pay my taxes. I'm not sure those people know how I should live at all. And then the examples they set are so substandard that I'm not going to emulate your behavior. I think I'll just keep choosing my own. And I think other people should do that too.
fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. You broke the first rule. You broke the first rule. You broke the first rule. You broke the first rule.
Oh, and the track was fire. But obviously, the lyrical content is why they got us here. And yeah, no, shots have been fired. The Sound and the Fury, the first rule. I like that, of course. I did enjoy that. Oh, wow. There we go. The time on the wall says almost 20 minutes. That's where we like to end up. I guess this one worked. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one. Everybody else as well, take care. Till next time. Later.